The Source Hunter. Oh, so, let me get this straight. There are insidious sorcerers running about town that turned a council ambassador into a zombie for sport, after said councillor was murdered by some mystery witch who subsequently trotted off to her cabin in Luculla Woods. Sure you haven't omitted relevant details like, flying brooms, black cats, and bloody pentagrams? By Belagar's Nebbers. Sounds like a fantasy tale mothers tell their children before bed. And I bet none of it's more than fantasy either. Though no doubt Ahu puts stop. Anyway, be these truths, half-truths, or outright lies, it seems to me your business in Seal is concluded. Don't let the undead hit you on the way out. I'm Captain Aureus, if you... if you must. A familiar face. It seems even my... And I don't know. Don't pit when Reggie... a familiar face. Don't pit when it seems... And I don't... What is it this time? No, really? I hadn't noticed. If not for this ridiculous condition, you'd know me as the king's favorite thespian. Take it up with Katerina. She's the master of this pig. Oh, I should have been one of the greats. But here... Fantastic! Bravo! Yeehaw! You there?
Enjoying the fair, aren't you? Of course you are. Entertainment is Katerina. Well, I've an open stage in want of talent. The theatre's fever has overcome you, has it? Check the library and see if any of the classics... Right away, my dear. Just speak to Master Chaucer if you're...
Bravo! Yeehaw!
Come on! Come on! Can't you hear the stage calling you?
Fantastic!
Fantastic!
You there! You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut. Come, what is it this time? Katerina's, tell me when you're ready to begin and I'll show you to your places and gather you ready for your trial by fire, you mean? There's no more savage Not planning on playing to an empty audience, are you? Wait until I've gathered some victims to witness the spectacle and then you can begin.
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small crowd shuffles toward your stage. A few moments longer, and everyone will be seated. Now, let's not be hasty. They may be dragging their feet, but your show is sure to knock the crowd's socks off. As soon as they settle into their seats, that is. Now, let's not be hasty. They may be dragging their feet, but your show is sure to knock the crowd's socks off. As soon as they settle into their seats, that is. The stage is yours.
What a tale!
If I wanted to wait around doing nothing, I'd get a job at court. My word.
The crowd is completely appalled by your retelling. Are you sure that's how the story goes? Perhaps you ought to study a bit more and try again later.
Innovative, but the story was simply unforgivable. Sorcerers! Showmen!
Fantastic.
My word! Ha!
My word.
It is said, as I have heard that ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sybil himself,
waiting for his
that
big
the
head.
king had a great thirst
Fantastic.
for colour. So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest. Who wants to be judged by a panel of big boys?
The immaculate amulet fits perfectly inside.
Malia. Precious Malia. I'm a fool. Source Hunter. Ha. By the health of the Seven, you're here. There may yet be hope. Perhaps you remember me as a healer. But gods, what a herald of death I've become. I'm beyond redemption now. But you alone may save Sicile, may save all of Rivellon from the horror I've summoned. King Bracchus. Bracchus Rex from the tales of old. He lives. The mad Source King, the Lord of Chaos. I have awakened him. I've done a terrible thing. I've raised a mad king from beyond the grave. I imagined so very foolishly that I'd be able to extract an ancient secret from him. But with a simple flash of his arcane magic, I was finished. I'll tell you all I know, Source Hunter. Resurrected, revived. The king lives, but not as the man he once was. He retains the mark of death upon him, like a festering wound. The last of the mad Source Kings he was, and the tyrant who nearly condemned Rivellon to oblivion. He began the War of Wars, marching brother against friend, until every land and home burned with death. It was during this dark time that your order, the Source Hunters, was formed. Bracchus was defeated, and Source outlawed from the land. Bracchus was a dangerous monster, but he achieved things no man or mortal could have dreamt of. He alone is said to have known a great secret, how to break a forge of souls. I promised to extract this secret for a woman calling herself the Conduit. In exchange, she vowed to reveal to me a certain power of her own. In hindsight, I see that I dealt with the devil, and I've received my damnation. I was given a great stone, a bloodstone, but more charged with life than any I'd seen before. The conduit said it would imbue Bracus with life enough to share the secret she craved. But what he has become, his powers have all returned, and I cannot stop him. My failures are so many. I can hide them no longer. In my pursuit of the Source King, I've called forth abominations that the ghoul that guards the lighthouse, the Baron of Bones, the twins by fire joined. Their ghastly faces haunt me, and they in turn have rifled through the graves and sarcophagi of Sicile in search of undead minions. Undead, Source Hunter, unkillable. I fear this plague may never end, no matter how many times the rotten dead are defeated. Curse her name, her hell-sent promises. She claims to be a link between her goddess and the world of men. I never believed her divine claims, but I could not deny her great power. It was she who showed me that Bloodstone could be used for more than healing. Her stones, particularly powerful and potent, could turn any soft soul towards wickedness. My weakness was love, and it was love that she promised me. The conduit had shown me how to raise skeletons and zombies from their graves. But what I craved was something far more rare. A second life. A true second life for my wife, Malia. She was a beautiful soul, snatched from the world of the living far before her time. Now the conduit's promise seemed simple. A secret for a secret. I'd tell her how to break the soul forge, and she'd tell me how to bring Malia back. You can defeat the unholiness I've raised, Source Hunter. You can save the countless innocents that will perish under the Source King's mad fist. I pray... No, I believe you can reverse my failures.
So Theliron believed that by unleashing these monsters, he'd learn the secret to resurrecting his beloved wife.
Love so complete can cloud even the best man's judgment.
Love is no excuse for committing an act so very dire.
One who comes to watch the spectacle, to see the sovereign of the Source ascend again. Or perhaps you are the first in a long new... Oh, by the emerald eyes of the goddess, would you believe that I can still feel it ever so vaguely? The force of the stab that cleft my heart and sent my soul shivering into death. But my followers have done it. They have done it like I knew they would. Blood, the thick, red gravy, the source of source, has been yielded unto star-sent stone. How long has it been, I wonder, my first repose in death? An hour? The time it takes the seas to tear down cliffs. It is of no matter. I live, and I shall claim my throne anew. A fable I may have become as time dragged on, but a fact I am once more, little one. Don't all of you miserable mortals realize that they who are one with Source have thrown off the burdensome mantle of death forever? I embraced Source. I drank it, made it part of my blood and my being. And so a warlord became a sorcerer, and a sorcerer became a king. The fools of this world dubbed me a tyrant, for the gods convinced them I was such, fearful as they were of my rise in power. Armies amassed, too many. Scores I slew, too few. Death took me, too soon, but not for all time. The reason for my resurrection, O simplest of spirits, is that I was destined to be. Were it not for the vainglorious fools that raised me now, it would have been another, perhaps wiser being that would have done so in time. And time is of no matter, only to be eternally. A woman seeks my secret, for her soul is entwined with another's, yes. Where once they were inseparable, now they have grown apart in purpose and intent. But my secrets are mine to keep. Perhaps when she lies shivering before me, pledging alliance to her king, I will break her forge before I break her. Not a thing. There was a woman once that went by that name, until I mangled her body into that of her. Oh, my sister dearest, Cassandra, and her man-cat. Mere pets of mine, the both of them. Tools to bruise and break as I saw fit. They bled so very beautifully. A source hunter. So you are, though you are so much more, and do not even know it. No matter. They still smell like you do, by the by. Your brother and sister hunters, as they closed in around me that first time. Fear. That most sly, most intangible of sense. Drowned out soon afterward by the acid stench of urine. I had but to look at them, and they rusted their chainmail where they stood. I undid so manifold they had to wade through the gore of the fallen. Oh, what a feast, what fountains of gravy we had. Alas, that there were too many, as there clearly are too many of you still. Although, life renewed has made me rather peckish, and from the looks of you, you need but the slightest of squeezes to make squirt the source's sauce from your soft, fleshy shell. Yes. Look at you, plump as a leech bulging with freshly sucked blood. Oh, I do believe, as my servants would say as they brought in a squirming, plump girl on a plate, that dinner is... Stand by.
Without 8. Expire soon.
Sharp weapon deals more damage.
Something isn't right here. It could be an ambush.
Confound this enfeebling wizardry.
Into the fray once more.